What's up, guys? Gonna do an unpackaging slash unboxing and an overview. I ordered these back in, I think, the end of March, early April, or somewhere around there, so quite a long time. This is the Flash Force Industries, the 2014 version of their Woodland combat set, which is replica of the Woodland G3s that MARSOC was issued. So been waiting for a while. These were what I was supposed to use at Broken Home 3, but I ended up not going to Broken Home 3 due to a medical issue. So won't see any gameplay video from Broken Home 3, but there's that. So I'm going to do an overview over this combat set. Go ahead and open this up. The little Flash Force Industries patch that they include with that. Probably won't use that, but that's it. So here it is. I ordered the extra small set. Apparently this version are a little bit longer and I guess slimmer than last year's. Last year's were really loose and really short. So hopefully these are quite a bit better. I will be comparing them to my Ranger Green Cries. There, I have a G3 shirt and AC combat pants, so not a full G3 set, but that's what I have to compare it to. So first off, the shirt. First thing that I noticed is how vibrant the material is. It does look to be a better representation of the M81 material compared to last year's. Last year's were really dark and definitely not very accurate. But these seem extremely colorful, so hopefully a few times in the wash will fix that. But pretty much standard G3 style shoulder pockets there. The stitching looks pretty good. I was kind of worried about the stitching from the photos on Flash Force Industries. It seemed like they used white stitching, but it seems like it's colored stitching. It doesn't really contrast as much as it did in the photos that they posted before. So that's pretty nice. Material seems pretty thick. About the same as Cry, to be honest, as far as material goes. I've heard some people say that the material is like super thick, but it doesn't feel like any thicker than Cry's material as far as the ripstop material that they use. It's about the same feel to me, so that's pretty nice. One of the main issues with replica combat shirts is the torso material, and this does feel quite a bit better than last year's. Last year's was like a kind of a heavyweight cotton t-shirt material, but this is actually quite thin and stretchy. Definitely doesn't feel as nice as Cry Precision's, but this is definitely a step up from last year's torso material in that regard. It actually feels really nice. Something that won't get as hot as the last year's version did. So try to show this off next to Cry's material. Cry uses a fancy fabric on their torso, so I'll show you the tag for that. It's like a monocrylic, viscose, and ecstatic material, which is really nice for wicking moisture and stuff like that. But the Flash Force Industries material, it's actually pretty close. Actually feels quite nice, so that's a good sign. So pretty happy with that. So far so good with this combat set, I'd say. Throw this down here. Other than that, you don't really get too fancy. You do have a little pocket for a pen. Keep a Sharpie in my Cry Precision one. Throw this in here. Fits well enough to use there. Not quite as deep as the Cry one, but that's okay. And then you do have the slit for eyewear, in case you want to kind of throw the arm of your sunglasses in there to store them on your sleeve. But as far as pockets, pretty much the same as G3. Another thing that the G3 shirts have are elbow pad pockets, and I'll take this out of my Cry one. This is the Airflex elbow pad. Just a kind of padded material, no like really hard cap or anything like the combat elbow pads that you would see on AC combat shirts, but that fits in there quite well. It's in about the same position on the sleeve as the Cry Precision one, so the fitment should be pretty good on your elbow there. So that pretty much covers it for the shirt. Gonna go ahead and move on to the pants. Sharpie fell out. Alright, here are the pants. Still kind of amazes me how bright and vibrant the material is, so I really hope that it dulls down in the wash. Like, these are the most colorful pants I think I've ever seen. But material feels good on these as well. See about the stretch panels. The stretch panels actually look a lot better than they did last year. They don't stretch quite as much as last year's did, if at all. Let's see if I can get these to stretch. Yeah, these don't really stretch at all. There's a little bit of give in there, but not much. So that's kind of disappointing. Last year's models were almost too stretchy, but these don't seem to stretch at all anywhere. They do stretch a tiny bit, so I guess that's better than nothing. But moving to Cry's material stretches quite a bit. As you can see, there's quite a bit more stretch in the Cry's, but I guess stretching a minimal amount is better than them stretching too much. The last year's model of Flashforce Industries, they stretched really quite a bit and kind of made fitting the knee pads kind of weird. They kind of just floated around and kind of hovered wherever they wanted to. So hopefully these work out better. But materials are pretty nice. You have the Velcro waist adjustment here. So that's pretty cool. Kind of fit your pants to your waist, and also kind of takes the need out of wearing a pants belt with the waist adjustment, so that's pretty nice. You do have YKK zippers, which is nice to see, which I believe are the same that Cry Precision uses on their G3 pants. So pretty standard. With the G3s, you do have the crotch section, which stretches a little bit as well. So that's pretty cool. Kind of a nice area for ventilation as well. Let's see if we can get a knee pad in here. G3s have the kind of cover over the knee pad slot. Knee pad is really tight fit in these. There's a problem on last year's model. The knee pad fit so tight that it was kind of bent at an angle all the time. Whereas with Cry's, you put the knee pad in and it kind of just fits in the pouch and then lays flat, so that it actually bends with your knee rather than staying bent. But it seems like these are going to be a tight fit, so it's going to keep the knee pad bent like last year's model. But There's the Airflex pad in there. As for sizing, I'll probably leave sizing issues in the description for this video. I'm gonna try to lay these out as best as I can. These pants are 28 regular, the Cry pants, and the extra small pants for the Flash Force Industries. Kind of have them lined up here. And the pretty much the same length as 28 regular for the extra small, so that's good. They're not quite as short as last year's, so that should be good. So yeah, that is the Flash Force Industries Woodland Combat Set, the 2014 version. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.